Hello guys, how's it going, and welcome to part 8 of Road to 5 Bill. So let's just start this week off with a chance at a duo blue coral. We did succeed at pry, and unfortunately we go for duo and we failed. So little loss there, but honestly not that bad. And I have been trying to snipe a Euphoria ship for the past couple weeks, and I actually managed to grab myself one off the marketplace. I was trying to save up my silver, but now we're 200 mil down because of this. But having a Euphoria will be awesome because I will be going to the new world boss this weekend, and hopefully I could just get something there. I will say I tried around 7 or 8 times before I succeeded in the bid, but since the boss has came out, I'm guessing it's going to be pretty challenging to snipe one now. Anyways, I'm happy I have it. I don't know why I didn't actually want to build it. I just felt like 200 mil wasn't that much silver for how much time I would have actually invested if I were to gather for it. And life skilling isn't really my forte, so at least I could spend more time grinding instead of cutting trees. So anyways, after this, we spent some time at Pirates. I think only around 3 hours or so, but at least some extra silver to add to our final goal. Let's do it. If it goes tough, I'll be happy. Oh, let's go. So as you guys saw, I just smacked that Kudum. I don't really get what is with me in going for Tet. I legit could just never wait. I'm pretty sure last video I said I wouldn't go for Tet until I got better accessories, but here I am going for it again on my Kudum, and this time it goes without any troubles. Tet Kudum in the bank, and I was really happy about this. Big gains in value, and a Tet Kudum will definitely help me out at Kama. Let's go. Alright, so what's next? Of course, we keep pushing it for the content. We pop in that Tri-Zarka staff and go for Tet, which unfortunately fails, but this time I'm not complaining. A Tet Kudum is a big gain compared to failing that Tet Zarka staff, but now it's time to recover my Zarka back to try. I gave it one more try attempt, which failed, and we get it back to duo and go for try again, which failed. So unfortunately the staff was pretty broken and stuck at pry, so I decided to go grind some Hex Sanctuary for a bit. I wanted to try and get duo or try of these sealed magical earrings, but unfortunately it wasn't really treating me nice. I managed to smack pries pretty easily, but then when it came to duos, I think I gave it around 6 attempts and they all failed. This was probably around 3 hours into Hex, and after that I just decided to get out of there. If it didn't want to give me my duos, I'm not going to waste my time there. But it was pretty decent money while I was there. I managed to grab myself 4 witch earrings and a decent amount of relics, which I just ran to recover my Zarka. I also did smack the witches. I smacked a pry and then I went for duo and failed, but I did keep my last witch at least. But at this point I was pretty much over Hex. I probably won't be back there until I go for that S rank grind, which will be soon enough here honestly. But grinding without taking advantage of these buffs just seems kinda useless because you can get such a big gain just by getting that mob knowledge. Alright, so here it is, Zarka staff finally recovered, back to try. That really wasn't as bad as I thought it would have been. I didn't really have to break my bank to retry this. So once we got our try Zarka, I thought it'd be best to go back and do some grinding and make some extra silver. For some reason, I filled my inventory with like 18 Marnie stones for Fogans and head across the desert. I did spend about 2 hours here, which was pretty decent, and I filled about 12 of the 18 Marnie stones before I got a bit lazy. But from what I got, Marnie stones are definitely worth buying. Unfortunately, they didn't even make it for certain places. Me personally, I spend a lot of time at Crescents, and of course this is one of the ones that they don't have. So hopefully they'll update soon enough, but at least we got some extra XP at Fogans, and now I'm basically off to Crescents to do some more grinding. Alright, so at Crescent's, RNG was being pretty crazy. I did have a blessing while I was grinding here and occasionally pop the increased drop scrolls. My first 2 hours, I was going pretty dry, not getting much scrolls or soileds at all, but it does start to pick up towards the end. Anyways, let's just hop into a soiled ring opening montage. I think I managed to record about 8 or so, but I'll show you guys here that I actually did manage to pull a ring through the soiled. This was my 7th one I opened, and also in the same trip I managed to grab myself a full ring drop from a crescent, so that would be 2 crescents in 5 hours. So yeah, RNG was really nice to me here. After this trip, I head back to store my stuff. The good thing about crescent rings right now is the price is really high, which is good for me, I guess. Definitely worth the time here though, and at least I'm not going dry or anything either. So after crescents, we head back to list everything, and one of my friends is actually talking about going for a tet. So on my way back, I decide to actually join in with him. I go back to Altanova on my wizard, and of course we're going for that Tet Zarka. I hop on my character with stacks and just go for it. Unfortunately, my OBS audio was messed up for half this week and I didn't notice. This was probably because I did get a new mic, so there was no live reaction recorded. But yes, I did manage to smack it, a Tet Zarka staff, 2 Tets in a week. I honestly freaked out when I smacked this. I definitely just wasn't expecting it to fail and go back to duo. But yes, Tet Zarka, Tet Kudum, pretty crazy week and definitely RNG carried, but I'm not complaining. Our Wizards gear is looking much better than it did last week, and this will be a huge gain in value for the series. So that basically ends my week. A couple of extra things. I took my farms away because I am very lazy with them. I just think my CP would be better invested in nodes and workshops, and hopefully it will be better for me because taking care of those farms is just way too time consuming. Anyways, I'll save what I'm going to do with my life skilling for next episode. I'll just tell you now that there is a lot of processing happening instead of fishing, but to the end of the video, I'll say that this is probably one of the best weeks I've ever had on BDO. RNG was really nice to me wherever I went, except for those sealed earrings. It just didn't want to give me duo after 6 attempts, but who cares? 2 Tets, definitely happy about this, my Tet Kudum and my Tet Zarka, and I think accessories will be next. Of course, the fine accessory box is coming soon, which will be my first day of streaming. I'll link my Twitch below if you want to see me blow up all my silver that day. But this means I'm back to saving up for all this week. As per usual, let's just get to the end of this episode and go over the total value for Road to 5 bill. This is going to be the biggest gains over a week for this series, and honestly, I think it'll be one of my best weeks in BDO for the next while. Alright, so Road to 5 bill part 8, this is what we ended up with, really close to hitting that 5 bill goal, but let's just go over this. Our gear on the right, our last episode's gear was valued at 1.8 bill, now we have gained over 1.4 bill, putting our total gear at 3.3 bill in this episode. This is definitely where the biggest gains happened. And over on the left, we have all our storage. Our last episode's bank was worth just over 1 bill, and now we pushed it up by 120 mil, making our bank valued at 1.15 bill. And now for the final value, our last episode's bank was worth over 2.87 bill, and now a week of being RNG carried, we have gained 1.7 bill, meaning our total value is just over 4.4 bill. So this is looking very close to ending the series. I don't know what you guys want me to do for this, but I'll probably continue past 5 bill, but I'm gonna add in my other bank from before I started this Road to 5 bill series. So maybe I'll do Road to 20 bill or something that is a bit more endgame for you guys since my gear is getting there. I also have to figure out what I'm doing with the channel over the next couple of weeks because the stream is starting. I'll try to stay with weekly releases because I feel like you guys do enjoy the content I put out, and if you're also interested in joining my stream, make sure to click my Twitch in the description and hit that follow in the upper right so you can get notified when I go live. And also, I hope the audio sounded better this episode. I don't know if you guys will notice a difference when I'm recording, but I definitely do hear it. And I'll say that our guild is recruiting PvP players that are active. We want to start Node Wars right away, but we probably need around 5 or 10 more members. So hit up that Discord in the description if you're interested in that. But thanks for watching, guys. As always, smack that like button, and if you're new to the channel or just haven't yet, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Keep on grinding. Bye, strangers.